Colin here with Techout, and today we're going to be going over the top 3 things you need to know before installing a beta on your device. And this is going to apply to all the betas we're about to see here at WWDC on Monday. macOS, iPadOS, iOS, watchOS, you name it, this will apply to it. So first things first, if you're using an iPhone, obviously that's going to be your main form of communication. Betas can be buggy, so the first thing I recommend is not installing the beta on your main device. If you really want to run the beta, if you really want to try things out and play around with it, pick yourself up a cheap phone that's capable of running the beta. Obviously, we won't know the official list of devices that support iOS 18 until the beta comes out, but you can probably, it's a safe bet that the iPhone SE, second or third generation, will probably support it. So if you want to run it, pick one of those up. You can get them for like $200, sometimes even cheaper if you get them used. So use a second device, not your main device. If you are going to risk it and run it on your main device, make sure you have a backup. And when I say make sure you have a backup, make sure you save this backup from iOS 17, because when you install iOS 18 and you do a backup on there, you're not going to be able to use an iOS 18 backup to restore iOS 17. So if you need to downgrade your phone from iOS 18 to iOS 17, when you set up iOS 17 again, you're not going to be able to use a new backup from a newer software version to reset your phone up. So make sure you save that iOS 17 backup. I recommend backing up on your computer and saving the file on your computer and not using iCloud for that, because the iCloud backups can easily be deleted or overwritten. So make sure you just keep that backup in a safe place so you have that and you're not having to set your phone up as brand new if you do need to downgrade your version. And third and final is make sure you have your Apple developer account ready to go. If you're going to be installing this beta, you don't have to have a paid membership, but you do have to sign into the Apple developer account and use that Apple ID. And then when you go into settings here and go to general and software update, you can see it here. It'll pop up in a second once it loads. But you can see the beta updates, and we do have my Apple ID, and then we have the iOS 17 developer beta right there. Obviously, this will say iOS 18 when that comes out. We won't see the public beta right away, but we will get the developer beta on Monday after the WWDC keynote. So those are the top 3 things that you need to know to install the iOS beta, or like I said, any beta, whether it's macOS, iPadOS, watchOS. It all applies the same. One extra word of caution on watchOS is you cannot downgrade your watchOS version. So you can't hook it up to a computer and restore it and go back to an old version. If you do have issues on a watchOS beta, you do have to send it into Apple for them to downgrade it. So just keep that in mind. You cannot do that yourself. The iPhone, obviously, you need a computer to do that. And on the newer Macs, you will need another Mac to be able to plug it into and run restore. So make sure you have all those devices and you're capable of doing that if you run into issues and need to downgrade your software. I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.